Hello and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the YouTube channel and welcome back to Premier League Countdown. This is where we talk about every team in the Premier League every day until the Premier League starts pretty much. So once we get to Wolves, we pretty much get to the start of the Premier League. But yeah, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you are new. Every fan is welcome, not just West Ham fans, you know. And we're trying to hit 500 subscribers before the end of the year, so you can make that happen. That'll be great. Follow the social medias, GVO Mikes on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Now, Leicester City is the second uh, promoted team that we're talking about at this current moment in time. Obviously, we talked about Ipswich yesterday, and Leicester City obviously won the championship, but a lot has happened since then, and it hasn't been great for Leicester. And judging by the responses, not responses, but judging by the perception online, and you can't go off everything online, but just judging by what the online fan base are saying in the Leicester City community, um, it doesn't seem very positive. Now, obviously, the last time they got relegated, it was very poor. They had a squad that was pretty much too good to go down, in my opinion, barring the defence. Um, but Brendan Rodgers was really fucking it up tactically. Obviously, they lost Kasper Schmeichel as well, the infamous Danny Ward in goal. They didn't replace him. They seem to be going through some sort of financial trouble. The squad looks a lot different now. And even in this window, Keaton Dewsbury Hall has obviously left, and he's joined Enzo Maresca, the former Leicester City manager at Chelsea. God knows what Chelsea are going to be like. I think they would actually do all right, but Enzo Maresca was the manager that got Leicester City promoted and won the championship title in the first place. And obviously, Dewsbury Hall was a key member in getting them promoted. A man who I was surprised that actually stayed in the championship for that season, but we move. Obviously, they made the permanent signing of Fatawu as well. They've made a free signing of Bobby D. Reed, and those are the signings that I can really think that they've made on the top of my head. But that striker situation, apparently they're interested in Datra Fofana, which, don't get me wrong, he did okay at Burnley in the short time he was there, but don't think he's going to solve anything if you actually want to get out of relegation. Like, I think with the amount of negativity that's going on, what the atmosphere is like within Leicester City right now, and I can understand why the fans are definitely thinking like that. With the really bad appointment, in my opinion, of Steve Cooper, who I don't think is a bad manager, but it's just with that squad, I just don't feel like he's going to get the best out of that squad. It doesn't seem like their pre-season's gone down too well, judging from the online Twitter space as well. But it is Twitter, so I'll take that with a pinch of salt. I've not watched one Leicester City game in the pre-season stuff, so I don't really know how they've been playing. But what I can say is, when it comes to them, Steve Cooper with that team, I don't think he's going to get the best out of Fatawu and Mavididi. I don't think he's going to get the best out of whoever plays up front. Now, at the back end of his time at Nottingham Forest, Steve Cooper stopped playing attacking players. Like, he would play a number 10 and maybe one player in the front three. He started playing wing backs and midfielders on the wings and stuff, and he went so defensive, so against what he usually is like as a manager, which is playing football, like playing through the lines and stuff as a young coach when he was at, not young coach, but when he was at Swansea and stuff, he was playing football. When he started at Forest, he was playing football. He played three at the back, he tried to play through the lines, etc. But then he just changed to survive relegation. And I almost think they maybe needed to change and for the relegation battle. But however, he doesn't really know how to coach defensive football, clearly, because he just thinks if I put less attackers on the pitch, it just means we'll be more solid at the back. And that was Nottingham Forest's problem. That's why Nuno has done so well there, because he's just put players in their right positions. Like, they're not the greatest players in the world, but Elanga and Hudson-Odoi in their right position, and they do well with this counter-attacking football that I'm assuming Steve Cooper is going to stick with. I'm not sure whether Fatawi benefits off that. I think he benefits more for playing in possession and stuff. Obviously, Dewsbury Hall is going to be a blow. I don't know if they signed a midfielder to replace him, but I'll be completely honest. To me, it doesn't really matter. Harry Winks is there. Wilfred Ndidi signed a new contract. Obviously, Iheanacho left on a free. He's gone to Sevilla. Not that I don't think he would have played much, just because he's not really in favour as of the past 2-3 years at Leicester. Vardy and Daka as your strikers, and maybe Datra Fofana. It's not looking great. It's not looking great from a Leicester City perspective. I think they still have players like Luke Thomas. They don't have Callum Doyle anymore. He's gone to Norwich City on loan from Manchester City. I think Vestergaard signed a new contract. Wout Faes, we'll see how he does in the Premier League. I wasn't really impressed with him when he first came into the Premier League, but this is a whole new season now, so maybe I was underrating him, but I never really was impressed with him. And with Vestergaard, I rated him about 4 years ago, and then ever since he moved to Leicester, he's been dog shit. He's been dog shit. Let's be completely real, completely honest. But with Enzo Maresca, I think they would have had a chance of staying up. I would have actually bet my house on all three teams staying up within the championship, but I reckon Leicester still would have struggled the most. However, with Enzo Maresca going to Chelsea and your replacement being someone who plays a completely different style of football, who isn't going to fit your squad at all. I think Harry Winks is going to go back to the same Harry Winks we know in the Prem, just very meaty. I think Wilfred Ndidi is not going to have a good. I don't think Wilfred Ndidi will have a good season either. I don't think those days are done. With Wilfred Ndidi being decent in the Prem, I think Fatawu is a good player. Don't get me wrong, good young talent, but I think he's gone next year once Leicester City go. I think they're going to finish rock bottom. Like I was going to leave my predictions till Friday, and I still am. That'll be when my predictions come out. But come on, let's be honest here. Let's be completely honest. This it like I can't see any other team that's this underprepared for a Premier League season. I want to know if there's any Leicester fans in the comments. Educate me on the financial troubles and how you've got there, because I don't know how Leicester City have let themselves there. Do they still have Bubacar Samare? I do wonder if they do have him. I should have done a bit of research on the squad beforehand, but still, like, they've come so underprepared. Like, if you really look at it, to survive relegation, you need somewhat of a meaty striker at least. So they've got that. Maybe Vardy is still their best striker, and he's about 50. But good defenders, especially if you want to play this style of football as well. If I'm going to actually have a look now at their transfers. 24, 25. If I'm looking at their squad right now, okay, so Vitaly Christensen is back. He came back from a loan from Bologna, so that might help. I don't know whether Harry Souttar is still in favour. Danny Ward is still there, but they've got Hermansen. So he had a good season last season, to be fair. But we'll see if he really gets tested in the Premier League. Probably will. I forgot about Conor Cody. Conor Cody, good Premier League experience, to be fair. So maybe if they kept it to a back four of Conor Cody and Wout Faes, that's your best chance of probably staying up. James Justin's still there. He's probably fell off a cliff. Ricardo Pereira, good player. Unfortunately suffered with injuries. Apparently, Bubacar Samari is still there. Okay, their squad isn't as bad as I thought it was, to be fair. Like, James Justin, I don't know what he's really like now, because I watched him in the Championship, but it's very... You got to take these players with a pinch of salt in the Championship, just because a lot of these players were in the Premier League anyway, and they managed to keep most of their squad. Hamza Chowdhury was a key part of that as well. Obviously, they got Michael Golding. I don't know whether he's actually going to play any first-team football, because that was just a PSR signing. Steffi Mavadini obviously revived his career last season, but is he going to carry that on with this style of football? I'm not too sure. It is all about how the style matches up to the profile player. They've got Tom Cannon as well. I don't know if they're finding a striker. They've already got Vardy and Daka. I'm not sure Tom Cannon's going to play much. Obviously, Bobby Nicodemu's not a bad signing, to be fair, especially on a free. But if I'm really looking at it, I think it's striker and centre back where I'm still looking at. Well, actually, I'd say striker because they don't really play inverted fullbacks in this Steve Cooper system. I'm looking at the left back spot as well to see who's going to fit there. Obviously, Ricardo Pereira and James Justin can play right back as well. Yeah. I feel like they're going to concede a lot of goals still. I feel like because they're going to invite more pressure onto their defense. I don't think they're going to be a very hard to beat defensive team. If it was up to me, I would really like Leicester City to stay up, because I do like Leicester as a club. I would like Leicester to go back to how they were a couple of years ago when they were challenging for European spaces and stuff like that, because I do like them as a club. I like what they've done over the past decade and stuff like that, but I don't see any hope for them, if I'm being completely honest. So, yeah, let me know your opinions in the comments below. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you are new. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and the email for the inquiries. We're trying to hit 500 subscribers before the end of the year. So you can make that happen, that'll be great. Make sure if you want to join my FPL league, go to the community page and click on the link, and you can join from there. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.